Y'all know who it is.
Introducing the limited edition Rissa doll. She loves to fight, serves looks, and is absolutely obsessed with married men.
Man.
Pull the string and hear her say her iconic line.
My man.
Hey babe, yeah, it's me. I just wanted to hear your voice. I miss you so. Can't wait till you're back home.
Pa! Where are you? Pa! Hey! No. Why? No!
Why would you do this to me? Why?
Welcome to Unfiltered Pisces Lounge, your exclusive hangout spot. Sip fine wine, savor curated bites, and take the mic when the mood strikes. All zodiacs are welcome.
We're talking about Clarissa again. Where do I begin? She called in on the creators live, telling them a bunch of jive. She was asked about Layla Ali, and she got hyped like she was on Molly. Was asked about endorsements and deals. She said she turned it down, but we know the real. Did I mention that she came off rude? I swear she needs to work on her attitude. They told her that she seems unhappy. I think it's because Pap don't wanna be a pappy. He already has a golden child, and that drives her bug wild. She steady saying, my man, but he won't put a ring on her hand. That's because this man is still not divorced. Like I said, relationship is taking its course. Says she got a 3.0 GPA. Okay, but why are you acting this way? She needs to learn how to keep it cool. Stop acting like a damn fool. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video with me, the Unfiltered Pisces. And you already know, if you like the vibe, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for the support I'm getting so far. Y'all, so we're going to talk about the interview that Shalita did with Iyanla last night. Well, yesterday. Oh my God. All I got to say is, after this interview, I think it is over for her. I think it's over. Clarissa is not going to want to ever repair it, fix it, rekindle it. Even Iyanla is not going to be able to fix that. I feel some of the things in that interview she should have kept to herself, especially sensitive ass topics. And I know some of you have already watched it, and we're going to talk about it. So, she starts off by saying, introduce yourself to some of the people that don't know who you are. So she said, she's Shalita, and that she is really Clarissa's cousin, but she also called her little sister because she had to step in at a young age. She was going to go off to college, but she put that on hold because when they was walking to the store one day, Rissa and Brianna was telling her some things that she did not approve of. And she didn't like what she was hearing. And then so, she was asking her, well, what are those things? She said, I'm going to just say it's just some horrible things. And I knew right then that I had to move and get myself up in that house and clean it out. And so she was like, what do you mean by cleaning out the house? She was like, any man that wasn't with Michelle Adams, giving out her government name, that wasn't with Michelle Adams or related had to go. What type of man was up in there? That's my thing. Like I said, I would have skipped past that. I'm sorry, because child, I'm telling y'all, if Clarissa get a hold of this damn live, it is not going to be good. Do you know what that type of shit can do to somebody? You're up there blurting out and exposing shit like that. Well, let's just say, any grown man that wasn't related and they wasn't a significant other of Michelle Adams, they had to go. Yeah, they had to go. She was like, I don't know who was playing roles with what Clarissa and Brianna was telling me about what was going on in that house, but whoever didn't belong, they had to go. I'm telling y'all, Clarissa, she is going to be mad furious about this shit. I believe she should have skipped. Oh, I can't even talk. I believe she should have skipped past that, y'all. I believe she should have said, well, I am a cousin, but I call her my sister. Y'all know that. And I came into her life when she was 7 years old because of some, issues that was going on in her mother's house. And, I decided I need to come in and, take over and help raise them the right way. Just keep it like that. And if she would have asked, well, what do you mean? I'm just going to keep that to myself. But if you want to, we can move on to whatever your next question is. Some things are not meant to be put out into the atmosphere. Because those type of, oh my God, that type of shit, y'all, we can already see the girl is going through some shit. That she's not all the way there mentally. And especially when she talks about her anger problem and how she said Clarissa would just, sit there with a fist balled up and just, yelling and not knowing what to do with her anger. And then you go and then you say the things you said. Whew, I'm telling y'all. She listened to this, it is game over. It's game over. So, Nala asked her, she was like, well, describe the environment. She was like, well, it wasn't what I was used to. Let's just basically said it was poverty. So basically, Clarissa probably lived in the hood in some kind of, I don't know, shack or some shit, the way she putting it. And, she said, so basically the boys, they had bed frames and, mattresses and all that. And the girls, they basically had mattresses that was on the floor. And then, so she was like, well, what kind of life did Clarissa go through? She was like, basically that her mother favored the boys more than the girls. And that Clarissa would get angry when she couldn't do something, but her brother could. And she didn't understand, like, the treatment of what was going on. Basically, the mama showing more favoritism to the boys than the girls. And I'm like, why was she why was she doing that? Is it something, internally that was going on? And so she said, well, what do you mean? She was like, well, I think it's because the mama got more money off of the boys. So she was like basically saying Clarissa's mom is not really all there, and basically she should have been put in some type of institution where she could be watched over for the rest of her life. And then and she thinks that Clarissa is going to deal with her ever again. No, she is not. Clarissa is done after this. You hear me? She is done. So she asked her, what type of personality that Clarissa, has now that she had while she was growing up. And she said, I don't know this Clarissa that's out here today. The Clarissa I know, she was nice, kind, sweet little girl, give you the shirt off her back. She said she didn't know where all this arrogance and I got this and you don't got that came from. And, so basically, Nala asked her, well, do you consider yourself estranged? And she said, no, because I still talk to the same family that Clarissa associates herself with. So, no, I don't. Y'all, I said it. Remember, I made like a little parody. I said, like, the family is probably, talking about this shit. And she goes on to confirm that they do have family meetings. And they talk about, like, what the hell is wrong with this girl. So Nala was like, paint a scenario. She was like, put us in a group chat. What did they have to say about, the Remy and Pap being together on Christmas? And she was like, we was thinking, that's some nice luggage. She was like, but what was y'all really thinking? She was like, you got to be a delusional ass person to post receipts online of you being in a Louis V store, then have this man gift you the same shit that you bought. She said, I knew she was too far gone. Hey, she referenced Eve and was like, love is blind, and it took over her damn mind. She said, I knew the girl was too far gone when she went and got the tattoo. Exactly. Too early in the game is what I said. 10 months later, you got this nigga tattooed? And like I said, I'm only talking about certain topics and we'll make another one. But yeah, she spoke on how, the family don't think that Papa's getting a divorce. She said they don't think he's ever going to leave his wife. She also said that down the line in the interview, that you can go look this shit up. There's no motion to file this divorce. It has been withdrawn. And I'm saying, Clarissa, like, for you to be, it's a divorce, it takes time. For you to be on it like you're on social media, why you not on it with Pep? Like, hey, why this shit is not being wrapped up yet? What's taking so long? You letting this man probably tell you any damn thing and you're going for it when you could do the research yourself. But I digress. Then she said, she needs me in her corner because I've been a clean house. How the hell she has a PR team that she's paying for, but they're not, stopping her from doing these online antics and going on rants and calling on lives and teaching her, how to properly and professionally act on social media and not to entertain everything. But now, Shalita, any chances of you getting involved is long gone. Like I said, y'all, she is going to be through after this shit. But yes, she says the people that's there now, they're not really there for her. But the people who actually want to be in her corner, she thinks is against her. But don't realize the ones there now is really plotting. Now, they talked about Clarissa's friend, Nigeria, or whoever the hell she is. They thought she was the ad-lib girl, but she's not. They said that's the girl that Brianna want to fight. Somehow, Clarissa still has her as a friend. And Shalita says she can remember her calling her busted, disgusted, ugly, this and that. And said some very derogatory shit about that girl, too. That she does things in front of her kids in front of her child and, some precious type stuff. That's how she worded it. Now, what I do want to talk about, I don't want to make it long, but we're going to start talking about it on this video and finish it up on the other video along with the other shit that was in that interview. But the how you get them is how you lose them shit. Clarissa. They asked about her, how did her and Tony came about. That's what I wanted to know. So I'm going to stop saying she should have stayed with Tony. She should have stayed with LJ. That's who she should have stayed with. Because Shalita calls him the family man. This man wanted a family with you. He wanted to do things the right way. You wanted to get with Tony, who was dating her cousin, Sharonda. No relation to Clarissa. She said, how are you basically screwing your trainer and you got this good man at home? And she was like, well, did Clarissa know that Tony was in a relationship? She was like, yeah, she knew. Yeah, she knew she was in a relationship. He was in a relationship. So, Clarissa, oh my God. You dating LJ, a good man. And I'm telling y'all, now, even though Shalita thinks Jada was a clout chaser, that she's just a clout chaser, that my sister, moved in because she was homeless, ain't had no place to go, but left a real sister out in the cold. You may call her that, but some of that shit that Jada said is starting to come to the surface. Because she spoke on how LJ was a good man, and now you're confirming that LJ was a good man. So, everything is just ain't no clout chasing shit. Clarissa could say the same shit that you're doing now. Clout chasing. But anyways, she said that, they both had someone and Clarissa was screwing Tony. Then, Jesus. Because she said, well, I heard, Clarissa was dogging out like the guy she was dating. That is dogging out. You got that good man at home, but you with your personal trainer and you fucking him. And then you get with Tony. And the same thing happened when you meet Papoose. So Papoose, I'm telling you, Clarissa, you don't have to listen. But you don't think with the pattern that you got that this man is going to want to marry you. Look at your pattern. Look how he got you. He knew you was engaged, and yes, you called it off and got back with the man. But you was still with him and went tricking off on Papoose. But only in this case, because you got with Papoose, I don't think you're going to do the same thing to him. You proving your loyalty to him. But do you think he's going to actually take you serious, knowing how you move out here in the streets? That's hoe moves. I don't want to make it too long, but we're going to talk about allegedly the beef between them and Shalita and how at one point Clarissa wanted her to slide. Y'all know what that means. Let me find out Clarissa out here trying to pay for hits and shit. And then not to mention Brianna up there flirting with Papoose, not Snackle too. By the way, I mean, it's just a joke because she said some things about Brianna being able to overcome the DV that she was going through. But up there telling Papoose, you wish he was the baby daddy of Suki while Clarissa was supposedly upstairs. Girl, I'm surprised she didn't say your ass, go back to Flint. The hell you doing? But she could sit up there and yell at that friend, don't ask him nothing. How you like your, don't be asking him nothing. I know how you like it. What you gonna do when you find out your sister been trying to flirt with Papoose? Anyways, y'all, that's all I got so far. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And, you know, if you like that vibe, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, Clarissa done cooked chicken so damn much, man. They just got me wanting to make it. I'm out here making me some chicken breast, man. Nah, I ain't making no spinach, though. I'm making me some squash and zucchini and onions. Yeah, I'm on my healthy kick, too. But y'all, let me go.